Hello everyone, I hope you're all well and welcome to this very exciting Doctor Who video, as today I will be breaking down the highly anticipated Series 13 full trailer for the upcoming season. Now it's fair to say this trailer was extremely anticipated, as fans had been waiting weeks for the trailer to drop, but finally on Friday night during the Graham Norton show, the full trailer was finally released, and wow, what a trailer it was. I honestly believe this is easily the best trailer we've had in years, probably at least since Series 9, and I am very excited to break down this new trailer and give you all my own thoughts. But before we get started, I just want to quickly thank my new subscribers and my long-term subscribers for the support recently. I've reached over 2k subscribers now, which is still crazy to think about, but I am very grateful for the subscribers to my channel, and hey, if you are new and you do enjoy this video, then please do check out my other videos and subscribe if you do enjoy. It really would be appreciated. So let's get straight into it. The first shot is the 13th Doctor, Jodie Whittaker, pointing her sonic screwdriver up towards something in the sky. I think this may be a Centauran ship, as we know the Centaurans are in the new series, and this location looks similar to other locations used for the Centaurans based episodes. This is followed by a woman who I think will probably just be a part of the general public. She is saying to someone it's happening again, which is implying something dangerous is probably coming. This is maybe part of the Weeping Angels episode, just because there is a church in the background, and I'm sure the Weeping Angels were seen filming at a church earlier this year. It also would be pretty cool to see the Weeping Angels in the Victorian era. As you can see, this woman is dressed in what looks like clothing from the Victorian era, and I do think the Weeping Angels are very well suited to a creepy story set in the past. The next shot, I believe, is definitely from the Centaurans episode, as this is rumoured to be Mary Selcole, who was a British Jamaican nurse, healer and businesswoman who set up the British Hotel behind the lines during the Crimean War. We know from filming photos and from later on in this trailer, the Centaurans are going to be based during the Crimean War, and it is very likely Mary will be part of this section of the storyline. Then we have the Doctor probably speaking at Mary, introducing herself and her companions Yaz and Dan, with a shot from Yaz in Victorian era clothing, possibly part of the Weeping Angels episode, and new companion Dan, which is most likely from episode 1, since this same shot was included in the first ever teaser trailer at the start of this year. So this is probably Dan locked in a prison cell by the Centaurans, and this is possibly how he meets the Doctor and Yaz if they are the ones to rescue him, which seems likely. Now this next shot is just amazing. It is a lot of Centauran ships parked up in what looks like Liverpool docks. Again, we know from filming photos that Centaurans will invade modern day Liverpool, and this is how they will probably encounter Dan and probably capture him. So I'm presuming this is where the Centaurans will land in Liverpool to attack, and this will be their primary base. I have to say, it's a great looking shot, and this is a reoccurring theme in this trailer. It looks very high budget, which is surprising considering the series was completely filmed in the UK, but it still manages to look just as good as films with probably triple the budgets of the BBC. Now we get a look at a brand new alien appearing in the series. I want you all to remember this image because I do have a bit of a theory on what is going on here. I will come back to this later. The Doctor is then in her TARDIS trying to figure something out. What this is about is unknown, but she does mention that lots of other people know about it when she doesn't. Could this be about the flux, whatever the flux will actually be? There's then a shot of the TARDIS flying. Can't really tell whereabout this is, but this does again add up to my theory that I am coming to. Then we have a man in front of a house. Not much to say on this one, besides maybe this man is looking a bit suspicious, so maybe he's up to something he really shouldn't be getting involved with. Then we have a woman who is also looking a bit upset or nervous for some reason. Now this is brilliant. This character is going to be called the Kirstavisa. I've definitely pronounced it wrong, but it's pretty much Doctor Who's version of Chewbacca, which I'm all for. I do like the kind of cute design of a dog type character, and some fans have noticed Kirstavisa, again, I have pronounced that definitely wrong, was noted of the name of Dan's friend from the first Series 13 teaser trailer. So is this maybe going to be Dan's friend who is secretly an alien? I kind of hope that is the case, as I do hope the Doctor teams up with some monsters and aliens throughout the series, rather than every single monster being completely against her. The next picture has got the Doctor Who fandom into speculation mode quite strongly. This is obviously some sort of soldier, probably a commander, who's likely going to be part of the Crimean War episodes. However, we know UNIT are definitely coming back to Doctor Who in the Centenary Special next year, so technically this could be a UNIT commander, as they are dressed similar to the commander from the Centauran's two-parter from Series 4, but I still feel this is more likely just a commander from the Crimean War rather than UNIT, who I feel will be making a big return in Centenary Special next year and not any earlier in Series 13, but hey, I could be wrong. We then get a look at one of the new Centaurans on top of a horse, which is just something awesome to see. As I said in my last video, I very much like the new design of the Centaurans. They're very similar to the classic Centaurans design, but a bit modernised from the modern day audience. Don't get me wrong, I liked the 2008 Centaurans design a lot at the time, but I feel this redesign is a welcomed one and does make the Centaurans look much more like warriors and will fit in perfectly with the Crimean War setting. One of the biggest surprises from this trailer was the appearance of an Ood. I don't think anybody knew the Ood were coming back, but it's definitely a welcome surprise. I very much enjoyed the Ood in their two stories from the David Tennant era, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the new series does with them. It could just be for a short cameo, so best to take that in mind, but the Ood's eyes here, they do look more human like they did than ever before. We know when the Ood had red eyes it meant they were diseased and normally put under some kind of control, so maybe their new eyes design is some sort of disease maybe. It could literally just be a small redesign and maybe the Oods will even be friends of the Doctor this time around, but either way it's pretty exciting to see another returning alien confirmed for the upcoming season. This shot of the Doctor and Yaz, I believe, will probably be from one of the first scenes in episode 1. Chris Chibnall said at San Diego Comic-Con earlier this year that episode 1 will begin mid-adventure with the Doctor and Yaz, and since Dan isn't in this scene and it's also very heavy on CGI effects, this will probably only be a few action-packed scenes to start the season off rather than a full-blown adventure. We then get the Doctor, Yaz and Dan running down a corridor while getting shot at from an unknown villain. It wouldn't be Doctor Who without a corridor and a bit of running. This is followed by two unknown characters presumably landing on the ground after getting shot at, but it's too difficult to tell for sure what's exactly going on here. Yaz and newcomer Dan are then seen looking to be informing a character just out of view of what is going on. This is probably some sort of event that has been caused by the Doctor, with Dan and Yaz now being separated with another character, and it's now up to them to calm this person down and inform them what exactly is going on. This is now where I return to my big theory. In this shot we see what definitely looks like a planet. It could be planet Earth, but it's way too hard to tell. But it looks like this planet is falling through space, maybe into some sort of portal, and my theory is we will be exploring a Doctor Who multiverse in the upcoming set of episodes. A Doctor Who multiverse has been spoken about for a while, mainly because of Marvel making a multiverse one of the biggest trends in the current TV and film landscape, and with the introduction of unseen Doctors in Series 12, that speculation has now risen to a big possibility in the new series. Now I'm aware Chris Chibnall said with Jo Martin's Fugitive Doctor that she is definitely not a Doctor from another universe, but maybe with the Timeless Child mixed reaction, Chris has changed his mind on the idea and is planning to introduce a huge multiverse in the new season. You will also remember the villain from earlier, where it had this sort of distortion effect. Maybe this is being caused by this unknown creature being able to transfer itself between different many universes. There is a few more points later on, but I definitely think a multiverse is a possibility in the new series. Next up is new character Vinder, who will be a reoccurring character. Looks like he is probably in some sort of control room. I'm still thinking Vinder will probably be a part of the Secretive Division, last seen in Series 12. His clothing is very similar to the Division members, such as Gat, and having characters from the Division in the new episodes completely makes sense, since it will probably be following up on the Timeless Child storyline. Again, I think this is probably from episode 1 and sees the Doctor and Yaz trying to escape from some sort of dangerous looking planet. I don't think this will be anything substantial in the series, but hopefully it will make a good first impression to the new series with a few action-packed scenes to kick it all off. The next shot is really interesting because I'm thinking it looks like some sort of deserted planet. Maybe this is in the middle of the multiverse where all the universes connect. This new villain in the same shot, I believe, is probably the same villain seen earlier with the distorted look. Again, adding to my theory of a multiverse, and maybe this villain will be responsible for bringing all the universes together and causing chaos throughout. That's of course only a theory, but I do think these new aliens will be the big bad of the new series, and I have to say, they do look impressively good. Especially this one, who looks very creepy, and I'm thinking these are probably the Ravagers, who were mentioned as a big new threat in the glitched teaser trailer from last week. Vinder is then seen in what many fans are saying is ancient Gallifrey, and I can definitely see why. As I said earlier, I do believe probably Vinder will be a member of the Secret Division. And this place does have a strong Gallifrey vibe behind it, and would work perfectly as the location of ancient Gallifrey from a long time ago. Along with Vinder, you do have these mystery beings underneath a long white sheet. It does look like they have some sort of alien face. What exactly they are, I have no idea, but considering the setup here, I am presuming this is going to be a very creepy scene for both Vinder and the watching audience. You then have what I think is another alien from the same species as earlier, just with another slightly different design. They look to be in the same location as Vinder, and they seem to be dissolving some sort of triangular object. Adding again, and I know I keep saying this, but I do believe they may be in control of some sort of time stream, hence the powers to change objects so easily around them. Great to see Neo from the In-Betweeners in the brand new series. I know this isn't actually Neo, but it's always fun to see a well-known actor pop up such as Blake Harrison. I just hope Blake gets better treatment than James Buckley got in Series 12, which is one of the advantages with the new series, that characters will appear in several different episodes and won't be isolated to only one episode, so hopefully we will see a lot more of Blake than we sadly did with James. Next we have this absolutely stunning shot of a massive Crimean War army going up against a just as large army of Centauran warriors. This series is definitely looking so impressive in terms of the visuals, and I'm really looking forward to watching this huge battle play out on screen. I think this next character may be another member of the Division maybe, only thinking this because the costume has a Division kind of look behind it, but I easily could be wrong on this one. We then have a professor looking character looking a bit surprised at something, with the Doctor looking a bit shocked behind him. This is probably a bit of a stretch here, but this room does have a similar kind of green wallpaper as seen in the Series 12 finale. So could this maybe be the Doctor and some sort of professor walking in on the events of the Doctor's mind being wiped? It's probably unlikely, but hey, you never know really. We then get our first look at the Weeping Angels. Not much to say here because this shot doesn't give much away in terms of scenery, but the Weeping Angels are back and I can't wait to see them in action. Especially for the first time having a new writer besides Stephen Moffat writing them. I feel I can give the villains a strong new lease of life. Yaz is then seen in Victoria era clothing. We know from filming photos that Yaz and Dan will be involved in some sort of adventure during the Victorian era, again during the Weeping Angels perhaps. Then we have the other big surprise from the trailer, and that was the return of the Cybermen. I'm very happy about this because the Cybermen are probably my overall favourite Doctor Who villain alongside the Master, and considering the fact the Master was pretty much the new leader of the Cybermen in the Timeless Children after absorbing the Cyberadium, I do find it extremely likely Sacha Dhawan will be returning alongside the Cyber Warriors for another battle with his ex-best friend, the Doctor. I just hope, if that is the case, that the Cybermen do get a bit more breathing space this time around, as I feel the Cybermen deserve a little more attention rather than being completely focused on the Master most of the time. The Cyber Warriors look very cool and they were impressive in Series 12. I just hope this time around we see a bit more of them in action on their own. The final shots of the trailer include the Doctor running towards her TARDIS with Crimean soldiers dead on the floor all around her. Very dark. Dan falling into some sort of tube, maybe a vent in a spacecraft or something like that. The Doctor warns someone, possibly Yaz, of the dangers that they are now running out of time. The Doctor looks very serious in this shot, which I'm glad to see, as I really want to see Jodie Whittaker be allowed to give a more dark performance this time around. The Doctor is then seen in some sort of time vortexy object. I know I keep saying this, but again, a multiverse would make so much sense, since the Doctor could be pushed into some sort of gap in the multiverse and is now travelling to another universe. The next shot is maybe a shocked reaction by Yaz and Dan to the Doctor being pushed into whatever the time vortexy object will be. It could also possibly be the Boundary from Series 12, which did have a similar purple hue behind it. So this could be the Doctor travelling to her own original home rather than a multiverse, although I do think a multiverse is still a decent possibility. And the final shot of this trailer is this epic shot of what looks like the 13th Doctor, Mary and a Crimean soldier watching on as Centaran spaceships are blown up and destroyed. A very epic shot to end the trailer on indeed. And there we go. That was the official full trailer for Doctor Who Series 13, which is coming this Halloween. Personally, I really enjoyed this trailer. I thought the music was a great choice, I thought the visuals looked brilliant, better than ever before, and the surprises were nice in store as well. You probably get my point, but yeah, this trailer was very much epicness of Doctor Who stuff, and it's got me excited more than ever before for Doctor Who Flux, which does launch 2 weeks on Sunday the 31st of October. A Halloween launch, and I honestly can't wait. But what are your thoughts? Did you enjoy the trailer? Was it worth the very long wait? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you have enjoyed this long video, then please do subscribe for future Whovian content, and give the video a like if you can. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.
It's happening again.
Who are you?
I'm the Doctor. This is Raz. This is Dan. Why don't I know about this? And who else does?
Very odd.
I can't help feeling that some of this is my fault. Run for your life!
Maybe we should have broke that seal a little bit more gently.
What is that?
Our final fight has begun.
Whoa. Stay away from me.
There's no use being squeamish. We've got the future to save.
We don't have any more time.